Welcome to Soul Food Ministries and Outreach. I'm Henriette Hobson. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to all ministries here. Focus of this channel is Jesus. He's God and Lord here, of all lords and King of all kings, and of my life. Today, and this is no more Jim Crow. We're not going back, okay? So anyway, I'm not going to go into a long introduction with that today because this is a DIY. And a quick one. This is going to be quick. This is what I've made out of this. I just had a vision for them. These are my, let me see, was it turned around like it should? There it is. I think that's what it is. Yes. These are my fiber containers. Whole psyllium husk. Let me tell you, everybody should be taking this. It doesn't agree with everyone the first time they start to take it, but you know, when I start something new and my digestive system doesn't kind of want to, go along with it right away, is uncomfortable or something, I just cut back on it and baby feed myself up and graduate into it. If it's really something that I really need, it should be ingesting. This everyone should, because usually none of us get enough fiber. So anyway, this is not a health commercial, but you know what? No matter what we do, we want to feel good, look good, as well. So, excuse me, and be good. Well, I was thinking about these for storage. Stuff's collecting too much. I'm really, trying to downsize and make some differences in my life with just that stuff. And I wanted to do this before I got rid of a lot of things. I have plenty of containers, and so I may keep these for other storage means. As a matter of fact, as I think about it, but there's just a lot of other plastic goods, that gallon jugs and all that I need to get rid of, and I found a recycle place that's free, and so that's what I'm doing now, just slowly organizing, whatever. But anyway, this is what I've made, and I hand painted this. This is a food grade container, and that's the reason why, one of the reasons why I really love the idea. You want to use a food grade container if you're going to be putting things in it that you're going to eat. Simple as that. These are, I think it's 24 ounces. Yes, 24 ounces. And it's sturdy. It's sturdy. It has a really good, solid screw-on cap. Cap screws on and off. Not just one or two screws, but, nice little, there's the inside. You can store anything you desire just about in here, even liquids. This is the final. This is just one idea out of 100, I'll just say, that you could come up with how you want to do this. This can be painted. I hand painted this. You can decoupage, Mod Podge, whatever glue you want to use. I based this in a chalk paint. It's dry and it's not really scratching off easy at all. But they have a paint called All-in-One or 3-in-1. And it's supposed to really be good, and you don't have to sand or do anything before, prep before you use it, and it stays and covers. So my advice is to do something like chalk paint or a 3-in-1 all-in-one paint. Especially if you're going to use them as storage containers, like for your kitchen or something. This says sugar, and you can put flour, cornmeal, whatever you want in them. Store, this is, if you want to store, you use a lot of baking soda, or if you don't, you just want to have it on hand, because if you shop at places like Costco and what have you, you buy in bulk and you have a lot of something. You can just store it in here, and they turn out so pretty. I'm going to just turn it around for you. that you can sit it out on your counters and it'll be a nice kitchen decoration or bathroom decoration or bedroom whatever, depends on what you put on it to fit your decor. I just took with a piece of cardboard and cut out, or card stock kind of, and cut out a diamond shape, drew it on after I primed it, and put the base coat on. And then I used stamps and I painted it on. This is the paint I used. The blue diamonds or the acrylic paint from the dollar store. This is a Rust-Oleum metallic. That's what the little small diamonds are down there. And then this is a Valspar. It's a shiny metallic type paint as well. And that is your fleur-de-lis. That's right there. That's St. Louis symbol. I'm not in St. Louis, but even still, that's where I was born and raised. Anyway, so this is a drawer handle or cabinet handle. Screw right on. This turns, you don't want to, even if you screwed it on, you don't want to use that necessarily to open it up. But this is hand painted. Now I used stamps. Okay, I painted the stamp, the sponge part of the stamp. This was pretty easy because it was a small space I was using it on. But on a round container, I would advise to get and use sponge backing stamps, because when you get ready to lay it on there, the flat, this will be flat, but these will not be touching the round part. So you need to be able to, push it down. Makes it much easier, better application. And then it still gave, not a full filling in of the paint. So I just took a thin paintbrush, which is what you see down here in the front. These paintbrushes right here, dollar store. I'm all about keeping it cheap and simple, but quality and fun. Paintbrushes, different sizes. I used the very smallest one tip for the lettering. I just drew a straight line, made sure the line was straight, drew a straight line, and then I freehand the letters. You can buy letters, you can print your letters, whatever die cutter you have, or you can do however you want. Go to dollar store and you can buy words, letters, make your own. This is to just amp up your creativity, okay? Make it yours, your style, what you like. You can do the little checkerboard pattern. I forget the name of the again, I forgot the name of it, but anyway, everybody knows what it is. And stripes, polka dots, just cute as ever. Butterflies, you could buy applique butterflies, and then I would advise to seal it in a polyurethane of some type. Now, cookies, candies, Christmas, Easter, any holiday you want to store different things in. You can store just about anything. If you want to do 4th of July and you got a bunch of sparklers, you want to take and put your sparklers in with the tips standing out so that these people can just walk by and pick up a sparkle. Just whatever you can fit in here that you want to store. You can store if you are a crafter and you do jewelry making. You may want to put your beads in a Ziploc bag and store them in here. So that because you got different types of beads and you can get more, and you're not going to have this many usually of one bead unless you are manufacturing something. Same with buttons, and the list goes on. The list goes on. Small, tiny spools of thread. What else? Let's see. I mean, it's just on and on and on. Even small pieces of fabric. Just say you have lace that you got rolled up, little small lace rolls, and you want to put them in there. You can do anything you want. You could even, if you want to, store eggs in here. Really. I mean, really. I'm just, just use your imagination and I was looking around my kitchen to think about it. But go for it. Go for it. If you use a spice a lot, I mean a lot, because spices do get old or what have you. You don't want to put one that they come in large containers anyway, and the ones that they come in usually won't fit inside the mouth of this. So if you want to store them in here, this is a very tight lid. It ought to hold it really good. Let's see. You can also leave it with the lid off once you decorate it, and then store cooking utensils in it, wooden spoons, and so forth and so on. Now, this I took, and one more thing, you can take and you can, if you don't want to freehand, you paint bird houses on here, like I said, butterflies, dragonflies, whatever, mosquitoes, whatever is your fancy. And so then, with this one, I had an idea that I thought I would make, and put a clear piece of cellophane of some type, plastic, in to cover the hole so that you can see the product that's inside. Not necessary, but just an idea. You can write the name of whatever it is on there anyway. You don't necessarily have to see it, because it's going to be a lot of extra to actually do that, because first of all, you're going to have to use food grade plastic to do it. You can use a soda or a juice bottle. You can use a clear plastic cup. I cut the soda bottle, where's my little slithers, and I would cut it a little larger than the hole that you make, and then you cover it, but you're going to have to make sure that it is sealed around the opening area, because whatever it is going to slide all out the sides if you don't, unless it's already packaged, something already packaged. But still, it'll look better that way. Then this has to be sanded. And let me say this. First of all, I used the soldering iron in order to cut this. I think it's the easiest and safest way to do it. It's very much the easiest. This thing gets extremely hot. You can buy one extremely cheap, $5, $6 or whatever. I don't know, they may have gone up again with all this stuff going on with the extra, tarps and whatever. But this, don't touch it when it's plugged. Once it's plugged, do not touch this metal. And make sure after you unplug it, give it, I haven't timed it, so I don't know, but I would give it a good 30 minutes before I would touch that metal part. Don't let it be around the kids. This thing gets so hot, it will burn to the bone, 3rd-degree burns with no problem whatsoever. If they poke this in their eye, they're blind. I mean, I'm just telling you, it's very dangerous, but it is effective too. The handle is safe. I just took it and I punctured 6 holes. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Then I took and put it back in the hole, and then I just slowly ran it down as it melted with a little pressure, pulling down on it until you made a straight line all the way to the next hole. Then you go all the way across. I'm sorry, you probably cannot see that. Just put it in the hole, let the heat melt it on down till it gets to the bottom, go across, go up. A minute or two, happens really quick, but be safe, because if you're putting too much pressure and it slips and it burns you, it's a real burn. So anyway, you're gonna have to use some food grade, or what I was gonna do to finish this was melt this back down, sand it down, then melt this plastic on, the heat, let the heat seal it. Let the heat seal. You can do it with maybe I haven't done this, so I'm just giving you ideas. With a heat gun, after you can take that and heat it up, and then, let it, and then put this on after it's already heated. It's going to take some, but if it's important for you to do it, then take out the time, the patience to do it. Frame it out with something so that you don't have raw edges of the of this left. If you try to put this on the inside, you're gonna have to have a small enough hand to get down inside of this to work around, and that's just too much. It's too much. And then, take maybe popsicle sticks, paint it, and decorate it, and frame it out. That way, it'll have a nice finish on it. Trim off the excess plastic, and then, put on it what you want. They have beautiful napkins that you can decoupage it on. You can freehand paint, like I said, get it done. Do it for Christmas, anything you want. Cookies, as a container to decorate and to give away to a neighbor or a family, or take it as a housewarming present with goodies in it. It is endless what you can do with this container and using it as a storage container. Or taking to the recycle bin. But purchasing anything now is a lot more than what it was before. I am big on saving and not spending a lot of money for something if I don't have to. I love quality, but I don't want to spend a lot of money for something that I don't have to, especially if it's something that's just absolutely not necessary to spend a lot of money on. So there you go. I mean, and what do you think the companies are doing? They're using food-grade plastic containers and decorating them and selling it to you. You can also use it great for gardening. You can put your small gardening tools in here, store it outside because it's plastic and it has a lid that screws down nice and tight. You can put seeds in here. You can put, what was I thinking when I first started saying this? Like your markers, your name labels for your vegetables and things that you grow. Your popsicle sticks, your clothespins. It is, I'm serious. The list goes on. If you want to buy enough cotton balls and fill this up and have a storage of cotton balls in your bathroom with 2 or 3 or 4 or however many you want in there, and decorate them really, really nice. You can bedazzle them, sparkle them, put on. It's endless. You can fit a toilet paper roll in there if you wanted to, but you couldn't get it out. But I'm just saying, if the mouth was wide enough, because this is about the size of a toilet paper roll. But you can do so many different things with this. Let's see. Just say your powdered drinks, like I use that Liquid IV. My daughter hit me to. Well, actually, I knew about it, and then it just kind of didn't do it. And then she started telling me about it because she, and she just told me how good it is. Just take all your packets, dump them in here. Saves a lot of, and it's decorative and it looks nice sitting out. Put some roosters on here, chickens. I mean, it is just so much fun to be able to, and you have the kids to help you with it. It'll be great for the kids to help you with. You can also use it as a planter. You can use it as a vase. You can decorate it, and then use it to put your fresh flowers in. You can, if you want to cut it and make it not as tall, to have to use as much soil in it, you can do that. And steel, I mean, you can use both ends. Just cut it in half, leave the lid on this, and plant. Use it for a planter. Put herbs in it. Sit it in your kitchen. I mean, it's just on and on and on. How awesome it really, really is. Just make sure whatever you're using with this, use food grade. You do not want all this. We have enough plastic and foreign particles and things that go in our bodies that shouldn't. So if you can, make sure it's not that hard. I mean, everybody's pretty much got a soda bottle. Go to the dollar store, spend $1, and get a soda. Pour it out if you don't want to. Take the the soda and pour it on something that a lot of that stuff will clean off acid, even almost, or corrosion. And these little cups. I mean, it is not hard to do this and still be inexpensive, and and it would make a great gift to give these containers to someone as a gift that you made. It would mean so much to, especially someone that doesn't have much, and to get some really classy, quality looking and fill them with something. Don't just take them over there empty. Fill them with something. Kids snacks, granola bars, whatever. So I hope this was fun and just gave you some ideas and just stirred up your creative art juices, and for you to get busy, you and the family and you and the kids. Your husband can decorate his with what if he wants to put tools, some type of tools in here, some nails and screws and different things that need some storage to hold, and then you can decorate it with motorcycle stickers. So I mean, the whole family can get involved in this, or whatever it is he likes. Music, guitars, or music notes, sheets of music, and glue it on it. It is endless. Shabby chic, do a shabby chic one. Put it in your bedroom and store something in it. Awesome. Make a lamp out of it. If you do this in a shabby chic, get a light kit, or take an old lamp from somewhere. Take the solder a nice big hole in the bottom for the cord to go through, or use battery operated light candle. If you want to put a lot of holes in here, make a nice pattern, put a lot of art, whatever, and even just an opening. Put one of those the little candles in and turn it on. I mean, it is endless what you can do with this. I hadn't thought about that, but it goes on and on. And line them up out on your deck. You can put them, and if you do the candle in there, you could take the lid off or leave it on. But and you put it out on the deck, and put a solar one on where you can, the if you want to cut it out where the solar part will be up here. It's just listen, like I said, these are versatile and you can have a good time. These, if you want to stencil, these little round ones with the flat ends, these are stencil sponges. Excellent for stencil. It's the best thing to use for stencil, because stencil, if you start smearing through it, a lot of times it'll bleed through. That you just, kind of dab it. And so, make your lamp, put your little inexpensive lampshade on it, candles in it, not lit candles, not real candles. I'm talking solar ones, or some put holes in it and put solar lights in here, little fairy lights or something. Have fun. Enjoy it, you and the family, and be blessed. Get saved if you're not saved. That's get born again. Make Jesus the Lord of your life. Make him your God, your only true and living God. And I am telling you, you will not regret it at all. You will know, if you stick with it, for sure, it will be the greatest thing that you have ever done in your life. I know it is mine. So, see you next time.